Over the past few days, we're seeing Shiba Inu and Dogecoin explode. What does that mean for the crypto market? Is retail really back and FOMOing in? I'm going to have those articles as well as the Mark Cuban lawsuit with Voyager in today's OG crypto and NFTs. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and Monday through Saturday we come up and give you the best news in NFTs and in digital assets. Now, before we jump into this, hit that subscribe button. We're growing this channel. I know we're brand new. We're growing this channel. I'm going to give you the best 5 minutes in crypto on a daily basis, things that you will not hear anywhere else. Let's jump right into it. Last Sunday, I was extremely critical of an interview of Mark Cuban on Altcoin Daily, another YouTuber, brothers that have been around for quite a while. And I felt that Mark Cuban's interview, that Mark Cuban didn't really have a grasp on the crypto landscape, if I want to call it. Even though he's done a lot of investing in it, I don't really think that Mark Cuban has any kind of idea. I think that his ego kind of took over and he can just say things that people might be controversial. Well, let's jump into this. Lawsuit accuses Mark Cuban, Voyager Digital, of defrauding cryptocurrency investors. So what Mark Cuban did back in 2021, I think it was October 2021, the Mavericks, his team that he owns in Dallas, they had a partnership with Voyager, and that he promoted Voyager at the Dallas Mavericks home games. And so everyone would see this, and then they would go, okay, that's fantastic. Now I'm going to put money into Voyager. So I would put cryptocurrency, my crypto coins, into Voyager, and Voyager would give me some type of return, usually anywhere from 3% to up to 10% on digital assets that I would put in. Well, Voyager just took a complete dump. In fact, not only took a dump, that they took people's money and then reinvested it into really poor investments. And it caused Voyager to turn around and then file bankruptcy a month ago. And at this point, it looks like a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. Well, they're going to go back to Mark Cuban and they're suing him because they're saying, hey, you needed to do your homework on what these guys were doing, Voyager. You put us in a bad situation by promoting it at your home games of your basketball team. And now we're going after you as well as Voyager. So this is going to be interesting. You know, I know that Mark Cuban's going to try to get, slime out of this. I particularly am a Mark Cuban fan. I like him on Shark Tank to a certain degree. I like him out there. He says what's on his mind. But I just know that you can't say that you're a master of a lot of different things, including crypto. And then when you interview and then you do things like this by promoting crypto, in your stadium, that it turns all bad because you didn't really do your homework. Good luck, pal, on your lawsuit. Next article. Wow, TikTok now offering basic text to image AI generator directly in the app. You know what? You need a millennial for this to go over it. And you know who the best millennial that I know? You got it. My director, Emmy. Director Emmy, can you go over this and tell people what this means?
Thank you, Troy. So I'm really excited about this because it's how it works. So you would a polar bear's ice skate, anything you could.
Okay.
And it would AI generate art that you can background and.
So you're saying that it'll give you kind of a polar bears and ice kind of feel as a background image?
Yes, but it's AI generated art, so it's not like a AI drawing.
So they're looking at the words that you put up in TikTok and they're saying, hey, I'm gonna go throw that background of what you're. Wow.
Yeah, it's super interesting. The AI.
Today when I came in, she was really excited to show me a few different pieces of art. I'm like, wow, these are pretty cool pieces of art. She goes, no, Troy, this is TikTok and this is the background of TikTok. I was like totally surprised. That's what you were showing me, right, Emmy?
Yes, correct. That's exactly what I. So I'm in jiu-jitsu. I just put jiu-jitsu goals And what I showed you
Oh my God.
was from that.
That girl, that like little sweet little girl turns into this monster.
It almost looks like you can't tell if they're like
Muscle.
dancing or sparring, but you could like two bodies obviously.
Right. That was awesome. That was off OpenSea, so you can actually. Oh no, that was okay. You're not talking about that.
No, yeah, not the friend, not the friends. We're gonna talk about friends with benefits a little bit later. This was the art on my phone.
Right. Friends with let's break that back. Friends with benefits NFTs. Okay. This is not friends with benefits here. All right, guys. Next article. In fact, you know what I think we'll do is maybe we'll do friends with benefits NFTs, and we'll have you do them tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Celcius bankrupt filings hint retail customers will bear brunt of its failure. And guys, it doesn't matter if it's Celcius or Three Arrows Capital or Voyager. They could care less about Joe, the Joe normal guy, the normie it's called now. They don't care. They care less. All they care about is keeping relationships up. See, when you invest in a company and you look at the head of these, like Alec Mashinsky and all these different guys that are out there, they want to keep relationships up with the other big guys in the industry. They don't want to burn them. So what do? Right before they go bankrupt, they start making deals. They start paying back those people. And then when the music stops and then they go into bankruptcy, guess who's taking the brunt of all of the losses? It's going to be the normies, the investors that put money in, that were told one thing and then something else happened. We just went over Voyager and Mark Cuban being sued. Now we're figuring out here Celcius, same thing with Alec Mashinsky. He just doesn't care about you, and you've got to know that. You've got to know that BlockFi doesn't care about you. Nobody cares about the guy who puts it in there. Don't let greed, overwhelm you, or FOMO overwhelm you and make rash decisions. Not your keys, not your crypto. I know I hate people saying that over and over, but if you put your crypto in a cold wallet or on a hot wallet in which you have your own keys and your key phrase, then you never have to deal with this, right? But when you don't, when you hand over your crypto, someone is going to do something to make money for themselves, whether it be in your best interest, their best interest, or throw it on black or red at a craps table. It doesn't matter. They don't care about you. Next article. BitGo seeks $100 million in damages from Galaxy Digital for calling off $1.2 billion acquisition. We just went over Galaxy Digital lost over $500 million last week. They knew they weren't going to go through with BitGo, the exchange, and pick it up. It's just a mess. I mean, this whole thing is a mess. There's another set of investors that put money into Galaxy Digital that have just gotten crushed. And it's just another example of not knowing the head of the company is not looking out after their investors' best interest, but their own best interest. And so BitGo now is seeking $100 million in damages. We're going to see if this goes through. It's at least they're going to put a fight up and probably end up in court if they don't come to some kind of settlement prior. Next article, and this is the most scariest article that I've seen. It says MEMEcoins Doge and Shiba Inu jump as Ethereum optimism spreads. There is a reason why that the market's going up. And if you were to say that, Troy, hey, give me a couple reasons why. Well, one is the triple halving of Ethereum, but more importantly, it's the sentiment that the Fed came out last month after they had raised rates 0.75. And the second that happened, everyone goes, oh, yeah. It looks like inflation topped off. That means that the Fed did not want us to spend money. So we stopped spending money in March, April, May. But in June, we felt, hey, there was going to be some kind of top on inflation, and that somewhere this year that the Fed is going to go back to printing money, because once we're in a recession, they need to lower rates and print money. Guys, we are not in that. And I cannot, say it more and more. In our real estate channel, we just saw big CEOs like Jamie Dimon say, hey, the shit's going to hit the fan coming up here real soon, that the world economics is not good. There's nothing good about it. And I just seen this over the weekend. This was my fear, that meme coins were going to get back and get hot. Why? Meme coins represent the retail that comes in. What happens to retail? They get slaughtered. They come in after the fact at the very tail end of a lot of different pumps, and then they get crushed. And when I saw this, which I was hoping I wouldn't see, yes, I get there's a lot of optimism in crypto right now, and Ethereum is driving that optimism. Bitcoin's really not. Bitcoin's stalled out. But when meme coins go up, which have really no value, you just see it. And I know everyone out there is like, oh, Shiba Inu's got a community going on. They're thinking about putting a game together and all of the... It's great to have that conversation. But if you're pumping 33% in one day, that's not because it has a game coming out. That's because retail is back. And that was the last narrative last year when we were getting to all-time highs. Shiba Inu could not stop going up. And the second that the Fed announced the end of November of last year that inflation had got out of control, where did Shiba Inu go? It took an absolute dump and just crushed people. And it's been crushing people now for the past 6-7 months. And now we're getting back into it. Guys, please understand, we are in a very volatile time in our world's history. And it's better to be cautious than it is to go FOMO into this stuff. I'll say that much. Be very cautious. Cash is king right now. You know, I know it's hard to sit on the sidelines and go, oh my God, my friend's making all this money. Yeah, I don't know. They're surely not going to give you a call in the middle of the night and say, hey, I just lost, 50% of my money or 70% of my money. They're not, but they're surely going to go text you and tell you that now they're going to go out and buy makeup at the mall because they have extra money, right? Hey, that's my producer in me had said that. I give her some credit. Stamp that right there. All right, guys, thank you very much for, thank you, tomorrow. So we have a little, there's an interview that is going off today with Mr. Kwon of the infamous Terra Luna and UST. I wonder if he's going to be cocky in this first interview after the total collapse. I know that he's probably in a location in which has been photoshopped the background because I think there's going to be a lot of people that are not happy with him. In fact, there's probably people out there that don't want him to breathe anymore. I'll just say that much. So with that being said, we're going to go listen to his little interview here, and we're going to go over it and figure out, is he remorseful? Does he care? Is he going to pay back some of us who got screwed? We're going to hear about Kwon and Terra Luna and UST. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Can't wait for tomorrow's show. We're going to go over friends with benefit NFTs, and we're going to go talk to Kwon. Doesn't seem like a match there, but yes, it'll be an exciting show anyways. You guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.